Hey guys, my name's Amanda Baker and I'm continuing my story. So, today's Valentine's Day and I was thinking about what I did for CJ a couple years ago when I was in prison on Valentine's Day, because I prayed that he would get out in January, and he did, and I was still in prison. I didn't get out till March that year, and it's his birthday on the 18th, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I wanted to do something super special for him because I was still in prison. And he was out. And I wrote him a poem, and I drew flowers and wrote letters, all kinds of stuff. And I cut all these little sweetener packets. I had everybody give me their little pink packets on the block for their coffee. And I got nail clippers during lockdown, and I started cutting the little sweetener packets into hearts. And I cut like hundreds of them. And like on each individual one, I wrote something on there, like all mine, like kind of like the candy hearts. I wrote all kinds of stuff for us. Lifeline, my king, my soulmate, forever and always. So, I was doing laundry at my parents' house yesterday. And I ended up getting pulled over. Here's my traffic citation. And, I didn't know that they took my limited license because of ADS. It's a really long story. I had a breathalyzer in my car for over a year. But anyhow, I got pulled over yesterday. They took my limited license because my registration was out. And that's why I initially got pulled over. And they just let me go with a citation. And I didn't even know, like, I didn't have a limited license anymore. But I was planning on picking Lexi up today and going to church because the past 2 weeks I haven't been able to take her to church because of the snow and because my car sucks. And then yesterday I got pulled over, and then I got a ride home from one of my old co-workers. And so I was really bummed out about that. I painted a rock for her. It says her name on one side and mine on the other because she asked specifically for me to do that a couple weeks ago. And now it's like a few weeks ago. And like, maybe it's a good thing that it happened because I'm like really emotionally fucked up right now, and maybe I just can't see her right now, but I feel like why I'm this fucked up is because, like, I haven't been able to see her. And I thought to myself, like, what better a day to spend with his kid than Valentine's Day, because she's a part of him, you know, not for selfish reasons. I love her. And she doesn't even know how much I love her. But I do. And now it sucks because I'm like scared to drive through that town. And I mean, I guess those cops have always had it out for me, but he seemed pretty genuine. But now I'm like scared to drive through that township and go pick her up and go to church, and another part of me is like, dude, fuck it. What's the worst thing they can do? I'll get out of the car and explain. Like, you don't understand. If there's, like, anything I need to drive for, it's to pick her up and take her to church once a week, because it's the only thing that keeps me fucking sane. It's like... So the past couple of weeks have really been hard, and there's some other shit going on that I'm not even gonna say. I'm just going through a lot right now. And, I also forgot to add this. I don't know if I said this before in my previous videos, but every single letter that me and CJ wrote to each other, well, every one that I wrote, I always put Bible scripture on the back of the envelopes. Every single letter. I did it for everybody. Well, my dad and him mostly. And I would always put prayers in our letters. Like, I remember the first time he was in prison, the first letter I wrote him, like, I wrote a prayer about how, like, our love would never die, that our flame would never go out, that our fire would never be extinguished. The love that we had for each other would just grow. I've prayed for that. God answered every single one of my prayers. It's been 90 days since my first video when I got out the psych hospital, and I still believe that I have the cure to cancer. I have cures to cancer. Except the cure only works with faith and prayer. I believe that B17 that I gave that woman, that was the spirit telling me. And I don't care if people think I'm crazy for that. If it can save somebody's life, I'm all about it. What are the chances that that lady had skin cancer? What are the chances that my dad had stage 4 cancer and this guy in the psych hospital wrote it down off of the top of his head? It's been 3 months. My dad's still alive. And he's already exceeded his life expectancy. Like, I believe... everything, all these videos, it's my truth. It's my life. I have no reason to lie about anything on here. And I can't imagine anybody having that broad of an imagination to make all this shit up and fake this emotion, because this shit's real and raw. So, for those of you that have been following and wondering how I'm doing, I'm fine. I'm just really going through it, so thank you guys for all following, and stay in the Word. God bless.